and too fast. And it became almost like a plague that got out of control on everything because they didn't have no central. In fact, Big Bam, one of the leaders of A. Trey Hoover, to be one of the originators, he was mistakenly mauled by his own little homeboys because they thought he was just some kind of old man when he came home. But that was Big Bam. They found that out later. But that's the thing about growth, not knowing each other, not communicating, not having meetings, not knowing your history. This shit is real, man. This some violent shit, man. Things happen. You see what I'm saying? So we need to bring that shit together and push it where it needs to be pushed. And I'm on board with whoever want to do that. I got the time. Call me up. I'm right here.
Let's have a discussion.
Yes.
What you say, Kill? You got any more to add to that?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. You know, I think a lot of things that goes on today is if the Raymonds have a problem with somebody, we'll set that pretty much respect each other as homies, and whatever the Raymonds come up with is what we roll with, especially some unity. Now, when dealing with other hoods, I don't really want to say what hoods, but you have other neighborhoods that kind of want to squash a beef, want to squash this, want to stop this, stop the killing, but they worrying about the next set, how they gonna feel about it.
How they gonna be looked at them.
How they gonna be looked at.
Right.
And I think that's the problem.
Right.
That a lot of, I can say us, that we have. Raymonds don't look at it like that. We don't really, we like, well, we gonna do what we do. But you got other sets that look at each other like, I wonder how they gonna feel about me, how they gonna feel about us. Are they gonna embrace us the same way? Because we squashed the beef with the Hoovers. You
Right.
can say that.
Yeah.
Different sets. Out the O's, you can say,
Yeah.
if we squashed the beef with the Hoovers, how the other O's gonna look at us? It's like, man, we're not worried about that.
Right.
And you shouldn't worry about that. Squash what you going, and I think it's like a chain reaction. Everybody gonna fall in suit the way they should fall in suit.
Yeah.
Because we can get along.
Right.
It's been proven.
Yeah.
You know, we can get along. So,
Especially being that, that's what I stress a lot, man. How in the hell, this to me, this is insanity, right? If we could be on prison yards together, riding together, going to war with these dudes, right? And we understand everything that goes on the streets and all that, but we come together in prison while we be on the streets. Niggas would be in prison, like, cool as fuck, then get on the streets and pick up a gun towards each other. Like, how can you turn on a nigga like that? Y'all was just together. Y'all was like, you know, you can't change up on a motherfucker you've been rocking with all this time, you know what I mean?
then it wasn't real.
It wasn't
Right.
real.
Looking at it, wasn't real in your, it wasn't in your heart.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything I push is in my heart, man.
Right.
And then the
I
thing
was taught by the best.
Yeah, and then with the prison environment, it's a controlled environment with a whole bunch of different factors that prevent people from acting out the way they really want to.
Yeah.
But you got a bunch of people, strong individuals in prison that's able to come together and bring about, you know, some kind of, you know, cohesive living circumstances among enemy factions. Be it Mexicans, we you know, we got to share the yard with Ku Klux Klan and ABs. You know, we don't like them, we hate them, but it's bigger issues at hand. People got families, people need to get out of prison, but if they, you know, disrespect us, then we squash them like the little old fleas that they are. But that's in prison. So, you know, just because we do that in prison, it's hard to bring about that same level of control and unity on the streets, because really the focus, enemy factor, is each other on the street. It ain't the ABs or the MEs or the Mexicans. It's each other on the street. In prison, you quickly understand that, hey man, they go some dudes over there. If you ain't with this unit and y'all ain't together, these dudes is gonna put their foot in your ass. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason they don't is because they see that y'all is smart enough to be prepared, ready, and organized to bring about a greater amount of force upon them than they can bring upon you.
Right.
But that's in prison. At least that's the prison I was in.
Right.
We was the ruling class in prison. The Crips were the ruling class, hands down, when I got there. You know, I don't know what happened before I got there. I know they was coming in mass numbers in the early 80s, and I was part of that mass movement of young Crips taking over these Crip yards. And we was no doubt the factors to be dealt with as far as controlling yards,
right,
or controlling violence. We had that in our hand, and we knew that. But on the street, it's different.
Yeah.
You don't even see the ABs. You got
not at all.
You got little brothers on the street right now don't even know who the fuck an AB is, what he look like, a Confederate flag, what that means, if he seen one. But if he seen a red flag, or vice versa,
yeah,
a blue flag, immediately, you know, that's friend or foe to him. But he see a Ku Klux Klan with this Confederate flag, not air motion goes through it because he don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with. So, but that's neither here nor there. The plain fact of the matter is Raymond Avenue, the Raymonds, always had communication, and they still have it. And that's what separates them from a whole lot of other sets out there. That ain't to say that we're better than anyone else, because we're not. That ain't to say we're richer than anyone else. We are definitely not. You know what I'm saying? But what we do have is love for one another in this hood. And we have that line of communication, regardless of what our issues may be. And there are issues. Anytime you get more than 3 niggas in a room, there's going to be an issue. You either fight it out, talk it out. Thing about Raymond's, we got that platform where we can come together, we can talk about some things before we move on to anything else. And I love that about my hood. But unfortunately, that's not everywhere. Man, that used to be something that it was done across hood lines. I used to be able to go over to Hoover Hood and talk, Compton. Hey, I even went to ABs and APBs in the Denver lanes and talk when I was crippled. See what I'm saying? When the issue got out of hand. That needs to be rekindled. That needs to be resurfaced on some kind of platform. I mean, not in social media or on anybody's TV shows. That need to be done down in the trenches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One thing my little homie, rest in peace, had going on with the baseball league, that was the jewel of that whole little coming together on that baseball diamond. All those communities had open communications with each other, and whatever problems arose, they was able to first talk this shit out, figure this shit out, solve this shit before bodies got laid down. So yeah, we need to try and find a way to bring about some of that and put these motherfucking these issues of anger and self-hate towards where they really need to be, not on each other.
Right.
But on those that's trying to oppress us. So that's where I'm at.
Definitely got to be a change.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kill.
Hey man, I wholeheartedly agree with everything Spark just said, man. We do, man. We got to find some type of. If this the platform for us to bring about peace, then this is what it is.
That's what it is.
We got to bring this together, man. I talked to I talked to my boy T-Bird.
Yeah.
Deuce Hoover, and that's what he want.
Yeah.
And I'm applying. I'm supporting.
Yeah.
And I told him, man, it is what it is. We got to embrace this. We have to bring about change. We need a revolution right now.
Yeah.
And this is the revolution. We the ones. We got homies from everywhere that's out here that was in prison for 30, 40 years. They out here now.
Right.
You're the ones that we need.
Exactly.
We need y'all, man. We need to bring about some type of change, man. I'm tired.